Aye, 1-0 Razor Runner. Keep supporting Andy and Jace on the West Ham Reunited channel. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe to the West Ham Reunited channel. Keep supporting Andy and Jace. Aye, we are massive. How many you irons? Subscribe. West Ham Reunited channel. Aye.
And we're back. Little half-time break. Jazz is on the run. I don't know how you can even think about drinking, mate.
My first one since Sunday night.
I think we should fucking call AA again, mate. That's worrying. Having Monday's your rest day of no booze. And we're back again, and we're previewing the game tomorrow taking place at the London Stadium. A very weird time of a 7:30 kickoff, but that's because it's live on Amazon Prime. And we've got two great analysis pundits, managed to steer them away. We've got Adam and James. Adam, how you doing, mate?
Yeah, very well, mate. Very well. A bit disappointed still from the weekend. I know we didn't expect much, but you always go into every game wanting to win. So, yeah, a little bit disappointed in that aspect, but all good. Other than that, all good.
How's the journey up there, mate? Okay,
it was all right. Yeah, it was all right. I mean, I went up to Coventry on Saturday after work, so I split it halfway because I couldn't be bothered doing it all in one. So
that's the way to do it.
Half and half. Yeah. So, but yeah, I was all right, and then managed to get the train afterwards. Okay, as well.
Cool.
Yeah, no, definitely. Yeah, no, we wondered where you were because I knew you was at the game, and me and Nick was like, "Yeah, Adam will probably be out in a minute," and then in the end, there was only three of us done.
Yeah, I wanted to go on, but my train was at about 5:25, so I didn't want to take any risks of the queues for the trams and stuff, so I just got out.
Oh yeah, because of the extended half time as well. That's what probably set you back as well, wasn't
it? Yeah.
Yeah, no, definitely. But James as well, mate. How you doing?
All good, mate. All good. Disappointed on Sunday, but not disheartened. I think we had a go up there, but we had to deal with a world-class team, and also a real poor atmosphere, like conditions and atmosphere. So, yeah, it is what it is, but we move on.
No, definitely. So, what perfect way to bounce back than our fantastic record against Brighton and Hove Albion?
Yeah, it's a shame. Because I used to like going up to Brighton. Yeah.
Nice. So just to stat. So when you think about it, it's not that bad. So obviously 8 attempts, Brighton have won 3 and we've drawn 5. It's not like we've lost all 8. That's the one positive I will take. And there's one game in particular where we should have won. In particular, when we were 3-1 up, and then we had a collapsed and done 3-3. So when you look at it that bad, it's not that bad. But Jazz, for you, do you reckon that's playing on the players' minds or a record against them?
Not really. I don't think so, because a lot of the times, teams, players change, and like you said, the last 5 head-to-heads are all draws, which is amazing. I mean, historically, Brighton and us have not really been in the same division a lot, but we have more recently. Their manager's getting a good name for himself, but I think, I don't like to say it, but this game, I think we need to win. I think to stop the Gooners and 1 or 2 chasing us up, and if you want to finish in, or any ambitions of finishing in the top 4, you can't go 3 games back to back not sort of getting anything. So we've got to win, I think, because Wolves, I thought a draw. I really wanted a draw at Wolves, and a win for me. Yeah, nothing on the players' minds, I don't think. But I know we're going to discuss it. We got to start on the first straight away after minute 1, just straight at them. No messing about, tapping it sideways. None of that. We got to go at them because they're going to have a plan. And that plan will work if we sit back and just wait. We got to go out straight at them, mate, I think.
Yeah. Adam, I was on Jake's show earlier, and we sort of mentioned it, and James sort of agreed with me as well. Obviously, they normally play a 3-5-2 with fullbacks. Would you be tempted to chuck another midfield player in there and match them up in the middle tomorrow, or do you reckon we should stick to what we know?
I think we've got to stick to our strengths, to be honest. We obviously tried a 5-back on the weekend, which was probably, in my opinion, the right decision, if I'm being honest with you, because we were going to have to soak up a lot of the pressure on the weekend. Obviously, it didn't really go to plan. And I just think if we're the home side, Brighton, let's be honest, our record isn't good against them, but going by their current form, they're there for the taking. And we've got to be the team that we've got to be the most positive out of the two sides, and we've got to go to our usual strengths. I actually think the one change I'd probably do that's quite big from the weekend is bring Lanzini in for Ben Rama. If I'm being honest with you, that would be the one big change I'd make. And
what about Kufal?
Kufal would start right back. But the one thing I was a bit frustrated on the weekend, I would have actually swapped Kufal and Johnson round midway through that second half, because I personally think we would have probably, where most of the play was going down our right when Bowen came on, I think Kufal would have been a bit more supportive on that right-hand side, probably whipped in a few better crosses maybe, but it's all in hindsight now, we're looking back on it. But for me, we just got to play to our strengths tomorrow, because, like I said, 2 games now we haven't won. If you make it 3, it's going to start getting on the players' minds. I'm not worried about the teams around us. We just got to focus about ourselves, really.
James, you want to add anything, mate?
I don't understand it with the Ben Rama thing. I really don't. And listen, I like Ben Rama, as everyone knows, but I will criticise him when he has to be criticised. Oh, he's playing up front with Antonio, and he's not. Ben Rama's never been a striker in his life. He's been a number 10, and he's been a left-sided winger, and we're putting him up front. Ben Rama has to play. He's creative. He can turn. He's got to start running at people. I will say that. Right? He's got to start running at people and beating people. But for me, Antonio needs to be dropped, mate. If anyone's and no one is undroppable at West Ham. No one. And Antonio hasn't been putting up any trees recently. Even before the international break, he wasn't putting up any trees. Even in Genk, when we played in Genk before the Liverpool game, he wasn't putting up any trees. And I know people say he's got credit in the bank, but how much credit do you have to give him before that credit starts to run out? And people go, you know what? Our main strikers take in throw-ins and long throw-ins at that. For me, Man City was a game where we was up against a world-class team on a poor day in Manchester. But Brighton's going to be a different animal. We've never beaten this team in the Premier League in 5 years, and we need to start putting these teams away if we're going to finish in the top 4. Yeah. It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough.
Yeah, we sort of said that, James, didn't we, earlier? We was like, Antonio, rest him for Saturday, because we're definitely going to need him there, and put Bowen up top. And I think that Ben Rama, because I can't remember what game it was. Was it Brighton away when he scored his first goal? We put him out on the right, and we saw like a different Ben Rama. Do you know what I mean? Maybe you've been tempted to put him out there and put Soufal right back, and then he hasn't got to worry about defending, because he has defended back, but he's got bit more freedom. And then you've got Fornals on the left and Lanzini in that hole, which could be threading balls to Bowen. Adam, could you see that working?
I can see it working. I'll continue. I can see it working. The only thing is, I would say with Antonio, this is a game where I feel like if he plays and scores, his confidence will come back. And I really do believe he could. You got to think with Brighton, they're renowned for having they play three very strong centre halves. And I think with a physical battle, Antonio probably will put them about a little bit. A bit like what we did against Liverpool. He did have a particularly great game, but what he did was he done well. He took Van Dijk, he took the other centre half out of the game, and that's what he can do. And I think tomorrow, confidence boost, if he does score, he could kick on a little bit of form again. Obviously, I agree. He hasn't been great,
Adam. Yeah. How long, Adam, do you give it before this man has to be dropped for? Because I understand what you're saying. Yeah. I understand. I get it, because he's the only striker at the club and he's the one who bullies defenders. But how much time do you give this man before you look at it and think we need to go another way around it and keep playing the same way over and over again?
I agree with what you're saying, but it's just one of them. It's so difficult, because the way we've set up this season with who we've recruited, we haven't given ourselves an opportunity to have a replacement. You're just sticking players who can do a job up there, but they're not a striker. That's effectively what we're dealing with. Now, the other option, do you try and change the system? Do you try and play someone up front with him and go to a 5-3-2? I don't know. You can do something like that. But again, you're just playing players out of position for the sake of it, just because someone's off a bit of form.
Yeah, I think it's worth giving Antonio and Benny one first half and see how they go. I think, because I think they got Dunk at the back, so need some physical presence in there. I think so. Yeah.
I've got some stats for you. So, West Ham are unbeaten in their last 7 midweek games: Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays Premier League matches, winning 4 and drawing 3, winning each of their last 4 in a row. The Hammers have lost 9 of their previous 11 before that. So since we've been playing midweek in the Premier League, pretty much, we've done that. And having failed to win any of their first 11 Premier League matches played on a Wednesday, Brighton got their last game at Liverpool 1-0 in February. So Brighton. So if you look at it like that as well, the stats should be in our favour as well. I know you don't know who they've faced or who we've faced, but Adam, we sort of mentioned it. Do you reckon Johnson needs a rest? Do you reckon Soufal needs to come back in at right back now?
I think it all depends with Creswell. If Creswell's fit, I think Johnson needs a rest. I think Johnson was been brilliant, to be honest. He hasn't put a foot wrong, to be honest, the last couple of months. Probably looks a little bit out of his depth on the weekend, if I'm honest, but that's just because of quality. He's got a lot to learn. He's a promising player, but I think Soufal deserves a chance. I actually thought Soufal played really well on Thursday night. I know it was against a poor opposition, but he did look very good.
Should have had an hat trick.
Yeah.
Should have. The only thing with Johnson is this is I got shit for this, but I don't mind saying it again. Is Johnson? He's fantastic, but his delivery, he's just below. I know when you think of a modern day fullback, that has to be their strength. And me and James sort of mentioned this earlier. Is at least with Soufal, one touch, he's going to whip the ball in, and with that's where Souček and Antonio got most of their goals from our right hand side, and obviously Creswell on the other. So for especially tomorrow, that's where we need to thrive on. Don't know if anyone agrees or disagrees.
Yeah. I think tomorrow, underneath the lights, play like you are third, fourth in the league, and we need aggression out there, and that's what Kufal gives you. He'll run at them straight away. And I think, like you said, sounds like Cressy is not going to play. I could be wrong. Then
he said he's fit. They said he's fit.
Oh, okay. So he's going to be up against Lamptey then, which is a big issue, I think, for me. Lamptey is on fire. He's only about 5'3", 5'4" lads, but he's got a heart of a lion, and he's always in people's faces.
But I think that's where Fornals will just cut him out. How many what they call Fornals and Ben Rama done to Trent? Apart from his goal, what did he offer Liverpool in the Liverpool game? They've got a great understanding, and I think if we shut him off, we've got a great chance.
I think me and James, if the game starts and I see Antonio walking, I'm just gonna. There you go. I've just had enough. Then,
but that's the thing, though, Jez. You bring up a valid point there. Antonio can walk around the pitch, and everyone's going, "Oh, he doesn't press no one," but everyone will say, "Oh, but he's got to play." I understand it. Listen, at the end of the day, with Johnson, he's played really, really well since he's come in, and for 70 minutes against City, I thought he played okay. He cleared the ball off the line. Let's not forget that, and he was there in the right place. But Kufal has to come in now. I think you just see now that Kufal needs to be coming in and looking the part. But it's a massive game tomorrow, for the confidence. If we don't win that, and then we go Chelsea, and we don't win that, we haven't won a game in 4, and then it starts looking like a bit of a problem. Then, do you know what I mean?
What about Král? Could he come in for Souček at some point? God knows. Yeah. Don't know.
I don't know what he's got to do, mate, to get in the team. Because I thought if anyone was poor at the weekend, I thought Souček was to a little point. I thought his passing was okay-ish, but he just doesn't get around the pitch quick enough. And when you look at Král, I think Král gets around the pitch a lot better than Souček does, in my opinion. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's a tough one. Another position which is going to cause some controversy. Do you think it's time for Diop now, Adam?
I like Dawson. I don't like the agenda that I know on social media. It was quite bad before the game, actually, the other day on social media. The amount of slack that Dawson is getting is ridiculous because he hasn't done anything wrong. Let's put it. He's not the most pretty of players. He's very no nonsense. He just wants to get the ball to someone else and let them play with it. He just gets rid of it. He wins headers. It's not pretty sometimes, but the thing is with Diop, I like him. I just feel like sometimes there's a mistake in him, and it does concern me. I can't lie, and I actually feel more confident with Dawson. I know maybe the yard of pace he doesn't have over Diop, but I think he's got quite a wise head. To be fair to him, I'm just a fan.
I think the Brighton game will suit him, Adam. I think got Dunk coming, at corners. I think
they're going to be good. They're going to be good
from
set pieces. Brighton, they'll be good from set pieces.
So does that mean Diop comes in against Chelsea then? He can't keep playing. Someone is.
I agree.
You can't move. I know he's only 31, and I know Bono pretty much played every game, but Bono was a different kind of player. And you just thinking on Saturday what Chelsea have got going forward: Mount, Pulisic, Werner, Lukaku will be back. I know you're probably going to say Dawson will probably be more able to deal with Lukaku like strength-wise, but pace, Lukaku will rip him to shreds.
Yeah. That's the difference between the two of them, isn't it? It's the pace.
I just look at Issa. I understand what Adam's saying. I agree to a point. But Craig Dawson is what he is. He's a backup player, isn't he? He's not. He shouldn't be when you look at West Ham players, he shouldn't be a first-team starter at West Ham. Issa should be. He's 25 million. He's younger, fitter, more athletic. And I've seen this on different platforms, and I've seen this on social media about people saying about Issa's got a mistake in him. He's played every game he's played this year. He's only had one mistake, and that was against Genk away. Like in the Europa League games, he looked pretty solid. In Zagreb, he looked pretty good. In the League Cup games against Man City, Man United, he looked pretty decent. So, if you're going to go with the future, it should be Issa and Zuma, shouldn't it?
Yeah, I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. The only thing I like about Dawson, he just seems a leader on the pitch. And I think sometimes you do need players like that. I'm not saying that.
Could you see him as a free?
Say that again, sorry.
Could you see him as a free?
Not in this game. Not in this game.
No, not in this game. But I mean, like in future, could you see us maybe on Chelsea? Like I know Creswell sort of sits in there, but do you know what I mean? Like if worst case,
I think we've done that. Last time we done that, Andy, was at Newcastle away, and they was all over the place last season. When Dawson got sent off. I think if you're ever going to play a free, you've either got to play Kafau as a right-sided centre half, or you've got to play Cresswell, the left-sided centre half. I don't think you can ever play all three of them because they're all the same defender, aren't they?
They can't they? Yeah, they're not going to cross the halfway line, are they? Like Cressy or Kafau.
Nah.
No, definitely. Let's have a look here. Let's have a look at some comments. Grant, Chris Fabianski can't play out from the back. Having a centre back like Dawson who can do either is a problem. Yeah, no, I sort of.
What was that with Fab again at the weekend with the comments? Is he struggling to kick it again?
Right. This is Me and James have had this earlier. No, mate. Literally, the fucking pitch was like an ice rink. Yeah, like you can't. What can the lad do? Do you know what I mean? Like. He kept us in the game, and like me, Jazz, me and James have said this as well. Ariola is a world-class goalkeeper, but at the end of the day, you can't drop someone who's playing well.
Yeah, he did all right. Yeah.
I've got to agree with Andy. Right, his kicking wasn't great. It wasn't great at all, I must admit. But and there is a but here. His saving, his shot stopping was very good. He couldn't do anything. Yeah, he is what he is, and. You could ask 1,000 West Ham fans. All them fans would know which one's the better goalkeeper. Like Ariola's the better goalkeeper than Fabianski. But the problem is, there's loyalty, and there's at the end of the day, Fabianski's been here a long time, and he's going to get that treatment, isn't he? He's going to be he's going to be favourite because he's earned that right. So for me, the criticism on Fabianski the other day, saying in certain things, was pretty shocking. If I'm honest.
Yeah, no, definitely. The battle with the midfield, obviously, like we sort of mentioned earlier, Souček is the one who's been getting a lot of stick, but obviously you've got Basuma in there. Are you looking forward to seeing that battle, Adam? Basuma versus Rice?
Well, it'd be a good battle. I'd like to see us win the battle. Then I'll enjoy it.
What do you make
of the game, though?
What do you make of Basuma? Do you reckon he's the ideal replacement if Rice goes eventually? Do you reckon he could fit?
Being honest with you, I think he'll end up a bigger team. In all due respect, I think he's that good. I really think he's a good player. I think for value for money, he could be a player that I don't know, Chelsea might need, or because obviously Kante, as good as Kante is, I'm not saying he's the same level, but Kante's getting on a bit now, isn't he? And then there's other teams Liverpool could do with someone like that, maybe for Henderson or something. You could see it. You really could.
Would you be tempted then before the summer if we have got this money to try and tempt Brighton in January?
Yeah, you obviously you'd give it a go if you could.
You can't keep Souček then. You can't have him.
But if I'm being honest with you, we needed.
Would you not have Basuma over Souček, Jazz?
I would, having seen Souček this season and a bit. Yeah, I would, because I think Souček, apart from goals, I don't see much. But again, I could be really wrong. I don't see much from Souček apart from goals. Basuma is the real deal, isn't he? He's the Patrick Vieira type. And
you make a valid point there, Jazz.
Yeah,
you really do about Souček. Like last season, and we discussed this many times on this channel, and we've all of us, even Adam, have said that when you look at Souček last season, you look at him now, it's like he's a shadow of the man. Do you know what I mean? He's not even getting in the box anymore. And when he is getting in the box, his headers are going all over the place. And last season, if the ball was in the box, he was winning it and scoring. So when you look at Souček, I think you could even, I can't believe I'm going to say this, but I think there's better players out there, a lot better players who could come in and do that role and be a bit of a more technical. Like when you look at Deck's good on the ball, sprays the ball about, he's world class. And I used to praise Souček quite a lot, but now I'm starting to see when Souček's there, it's just not the same. Like, do you know what I mean?
Do you think it is the amount of football he's playing though?
I was going to say this. Yeah.
Do you think it is playing its part? Like, if you think about it, since he joined us, apart from his suspension, he's never been injured, has he? Off the top of my head, or missed
he was
2 or 3.
He was injured at the start of
a
couple of games right at the start. Yeah. And other than that, he's played every game.
You got to bear in mind he played during the Euros as well. The Czech Republic got very far. They had a lot of tough battles and tough games, and he was playing pretty much every minute in that tournament as well. So. You got to put that into perspective.
You've got to play Alex Král, mate.
But I think this is where I don't understand, because what's the point in signing Král if you're not going to play him?
Yeah.
I actually thought he looks all right. Yeah, I thought his first game he came in, it was Man United in the Cup, and he held his own. We won that game on that night. When he came on against Vienna, I know it was only Vienna, but he looked all right. He was tidy. He was breaking up play. He was knocking the ball around.
What did you two, Adam and Andy, think when obviously you went to the Wolves game about Moutinho and Neves together in the same?
I didn't go. I didn't go to that game.
Oh, sorry, you didn't go. Okay,
mate. Moutinho is 35, and his football brain is just fucking ridiculous, mate. We've mentioned it all the time, though, Jazz. Yeah. The idea, and I could see them both working, but Wolves will never sell is Neves and Rice. Both 24. Yeah. Both of them, box to box, it'll be breathtaking. But you never know. You never know in football, do you? You really never know.
No, if you want to get to that, next level, which you do need to think a bit outside the box. And Souček, I mean, let's see how it goes. He's a good lad, but I don't see much compared to maybe
this is a bit
standard too high last season. I don't know.
Yeah, this is a bit of a dilemma. Would you rest Rice to avoid a yellow card to guarantee him to play against Chelsea?
You shouldn't really, but it's worth a punt. I don't know. But really.
But that'll be frustrating though, Jazz. If David Moyes does that, it'd put Noble in instead of Král. You know it.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Wouldn't he?
Yeah.
I think if that ever happens, Andy, and Noble does come in for Král, then we all know that Moyes don't rate Král at all.
Who bought him in?
Would you accept if Lanzini come in for Rice?
Against Chelsea, if you're playing.
No. Brighton tomorrow.
Brighton tomorrow. I think you can, but it's sort of. But Lanzini's good on the ball. He gets the ball, and he done a good job against Burnley away last year. But could he do that against proper midfielders? I'm not too sure. I think he can do a job as a 10, but not in like a midfield role. Not against good teams. I know we played Burnley last year, but that we've all got to remember that was in an empty ground against a team who was in really bad form and not going anywhere, and literally was like a dead game to them. So we've got to know the game he come in for. So, like, you can look at him playing against Rapid Vienna, Genk, and Zagreb, for instance. Yeah, he done really well, but if you're up against, is it Bazuma? I think Bazuma are ruining, mate, if I'm honest.
Adam?
With the Rice thing, you've got to play him. I think he's disciplined enough and he has a level head to make sure he doesn't get booked, if I'm honest. Or I'm sure he would want to play against Chelsea as well, let's be honest. So you have to start Rice. Lanzini in that role, probably not. Not in this game. I'd rather him be a higher up the pitch. And I want to see Crown. I want to see it. And I actually have a feeling, even if Rice wasn't playing, you put Crown Souček, I generally think Souček would probably play a little bit better just because of that chemistry or whatever. He's played with him before many a time for his international team. I'm pretty sure they were playing in the same team in Czech Republic at one point as well, if I'm correct. But
they've got this guy called Jacob Moder, Poland, sits in the middle, plays in the Benrahma role, but he's got no assists or anything, so he must be defensive then.
Yeah, he's a defensive player, mate.
Yeah, Basuma grow together. Trossard, I know, James, you like him. A lot of us do.
I think he's a good player. I think he's a very good player. I went to Brighton away a few years ago and he tore us apart on one day. We drew. It was one of the opening game of the season, I think. And
I do like Mope. I do like him. He comes from that Brentford sort of setup, but he just only seems to score from penalties. And I think he's very hard working, but he needs to score more. And he's always there. And he's more. Yeah, actually, good comparison tomorrow, Antonio and Mope in terms of movement. I think. Yeah, I'll have to keep an eye on that. Yeah, but I know they'll win that. Yeah.
Definitely. Simon, anyone going to Chelsea? Yeah, the worrying thing is, Simon, me and Jazz got the email today that supporters club's opening at 9 a.m. on Saturday morning.
No, I haven't got the keys. I haven't got the keys to it. No.
I have. But I'm not going mad on Saturday anyway. But yeah, I am going to the game, sir. And let's have a look here. Oh, Grant's going as well. Souček has lost confidence, needs a goal or two. We could see a much better player again. Yeah, we'll have to wait and see.
I think the thing with Souček, by the way, just before we go on, I do believe we're putting too much pressure on him because you've got to bear in mind he came to the Premier League, he was firing straight away, and you got to bear in mind it was a purple patch. By the looks of it, he was going through that phase where he was playing really well.
I think, Adam, it's a success. We're getting more and more greedy, more and more critical, more and more. It's that where we are. We're fourth. If we were usual 12th, 13th, might be a different discussion. But it's just where we are, and perhaps we deserve to talk and get greedy and think above.
But would you say though, Adam, that there's been games this year that Souček should have been subbed off?
No, I agree. Yeah. I agree. There was a couple games at the start of the season. I think it was Palace at home. And I thought, I'm pretty sure it's Palace at home. He had a poor game. And I said he should have been probably dropped for the following, and he didn't. And it stuck with him. There have been a couple of times. I like him a lot, Souček. I've got a lot. I back him a lot. There is a good player there. I still believe that. I just feel like mentioned in the comments by Mike, it just needs a bit of confidence, I think.
Yeah.
Ricky's going to be there tomorrow, mate. Hopefully catch up with you. I know because it's kids and things you do at weekends, you can't make it a lot. So, give me a shout, mate.
55 minutes gone, by the way. It's still Newcastle 0, Norwich 0, and obviously Newcastle is still down to 10 men.
I've got on in the background,
So sort of like what you said, gents, do you think we're just still on this cloud nine of how good we are? Do you reckon we are that good, or do you think if it's a bit of both? We've got a good team and we're doing well, or do you reckon our expectations have sort of gone to the next level, if that makes sense, or do you reckon it's a bit of both?
I think our expectations have gone up too much for where we are as a club at the minute. I think we're doing good. But teams that are fighting for the top four don't have one striker at the club, if that makes sense. We should have multiple strikers at the club, multiple left backs at the club, to name a few. Do you know what I mean? But
look at the Arsenal squad, James. It's amazing what it looks like at the moment, mate. Yeah, and that's what it is. When you look at Arsenal, and people used to banter Arsenal last couple of years, saying that they're awful and all that. This year they've got no European football whatsoever. So their sole goal is basically Champions League. They are going for that top four, all guns blazing. And when you look at our team,
for how good we're playing and for how well we're doing, and we are doing well because we're fourth, we are only 1 or 2 injuries away from disaster. And if we get an injury to, i.e., Rice, or if Antonio does go down, and we haven't, then it's like square pegs in round holes. And then that fourth won't be there for long. January can't come quick enough for me. Once January 1st comes, I need to see some reinforcements in here so we can push on and hopefully finish in the top 4.
There's a potential penalty. Sorry, I'm listening to you,
I'm
James.
looking at it as well.
I think Newcastle might have a penalty for handball. I'm looking at that as well.
Wilson probably take it.
Looks blatant to me.
Let's have a look.
I don't know.
Wilson. Yeah, be Wilson.
Yeah, that's handball. That's penalty.
100%.
That's penalty.
Yeah.
They haven't won a game. Do you know that? I couldn't believe it. Newcastle, only team in the league, haven't won a game.
They're looking at something else. So it's got to be. It's got to be that. Score predictions tomorrow. What are you thinking?
Oh man, this is hard.
I'm surprisingly quite confident, actually.
For me, I'm all over the draw. I'm back in the draw. I think you got a team in Brighton that we've never beaten, and you got Brighton will go there and set up not to lose. They will be trying to hit us on the break, I think. So I don't know. I want to see us win, but we ain't playing well at the minute. We haven't played well in the last 2 or 3 games, really. Liverpool game before the international break, we played well, but let's be honest, in Rapid Vienna, we should have destroyed that team 5 or 6, and we only beat them 2-0. So I'm going to say a draw. I'm going to say the curse continues, and it'd be like a 1 or 2 draw for me.
Penalty.
Yeah.
Interesting.
They're celebrating like they've won the league, Newcastle.
Got to take the penalty first, haven't they? That's 50-50 always, isn't it?
Jazz, what are you going for tomorrow, mate?
I'm going to go for 2-1 West Ham. I'm going to go for 2-1, but we've got to start with the right attitude and imagine they're Liverpool or something and get motivated accordingly. Just got this habit, haven't we, James, to just turn up with our hands in our pockets when it's someone like Brighton, and then all the good things you've done so far, you kind of throw out the window, really. So you've got to go for it, man.
I totally agree.
Yeah, and Antonio, please run, press, look interested, look fit, and we'll take you off after 60 minutes if you've done your job, son. Yeah.
Adam, what about you, mate?
I'm gonna go with a bit of confidence. I'm gonna say 3-1. I think this is a massive game. I think with what we've got coming up in terms of fixtures, we've got the quarterfinal. We need to have a bit of confidence going into the next run of games. I generally think this is actually kind of a make or break in our season, really. If we were to lose on tomorrow and the confidence goes into the winter period when we lost 3 in a row, it might go a bit downhill. Whereas if we win tomorrow, suddenly we finish on Saturday.
No way. You lucky sod. Wilson, Krill tucked it onto the crossbar and it went in. It was the poorest penalty I've ever seen in my life. And he's celebrating like he's. I can't stand that guy.
Yeah, he's annoying. I got stick for that because I was saying I would like him on my team, but he's.
You kidding, Jazz?
No, Paul. But he's a total W and F and whatever he is.
That was a terrible penalty.
He sticks God! Yeah, even that we saw that St James Park the way he ran towards the corner flag. And...
Oh no,
mate, that's embarrassing. I'm sorry. That is embarrassing.
He's that kind of player, isn't he? Luck on his side all the time.
That is embarrassing. I'm sorry. And he's not a Premier League goalkeeper anyway, but that's embarrassing. Wow. Yeah, I agree with you, Adam. I'm going for a 3. Actually, I don't think they'll score. I'm going to go for a 3-0 win tomorrow. I think we're going to get at them. I think Fornells will score. I think Bowen will score, and I think Zuma will score again tomorrow.
Yeah, it's the attitude, mate. The attitude has to be right from the first minute because they've got a plan and they're going to frustrate and then go for it from then, I think. Yeah. What would everyone think about the manager of Brighton? He's been spoken very highly of, hasn't he, recently?
I don't. Me personally, I don't think he's all that.
Okay.
If I'm being honest, he's. I think he reminds me of a. an Eddie Howe sort of person. He'll go to a bigger club, and I don't think he'll have the bottle to do anything. In my honest opinion,
Where did he come from? Where did he come from?
Swansea.
Okay.
I don't know where he managed beforehand, but no, I don't think he's that great personally.
Ostersund's in Sweden, I think it is. Is it a Swedish club? Ostersund's, I think it is. Yeah. He done a spell over there. I think Potter's all right. I do. I think he's doing very well for a Brighton team that don't really spend a lot. If that makes sense. Like when you look at their budget, they've got people like Danny Welbeck on their books and Adam Lallana. So he's not exactly like. And he does find some good gems, like as in players. So yeah, maybe we could do something tomorrow, considering like the Brighton fans were booing him the other day after their 0-0
performance
against
James,
Leeds.
if we win tomorrow, then I can see us doing well against Chelsea on the back of that.
Yeah, it's a massive game tomorrow. But I look at us at the minute. We've got to go back to how we played against Liverpool. That's how we've got to play. Come out fast, aggressive, at them at corners, free kicks.
Do you think the crowd's going to play its part tomorrow?
We always do. We try our best.
I think if West Ham are struggling in the first sort of 10 minutes, 15 minutes, for instance, and Brighton have got the ball, then we all know as fans that crowd can easily turn from being amazing to having the ump. Do you know what I mean? So I agree 100% what Jazz just said. And we need to come out, go for it, and get a couple of goals and not.
See, I agree with what you're saying. I'd rather go for it and draw.
Yeah.
Than like, do you know what I mean? Like maybe get beat on the counter a couple of times, and instead of playing 0-0 and losing the 85th minute, because that's what could happen. Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
Let's get that stadium rocking under the lights, and if we win a corner, a free kick, first 3 minutes, then that's all that's needed. We'll be on the team side, and it'll be. They will get a bit jittery. They're playing a small crowd, aren't they? Anyway, at home. Yeah.
In my opinion, I would. On set pieces, have Fornals and Bowen taking them. Creswell's delivery, especially Man City, was atrocious.
They were poor, weren't they?
Yeah. Well, the one times we had the opportunities, they didn't even beat the first man.
Oh, bloody hell.
So
the worst thing about it on the weekend as well, you don't get many opportunities against City. It was very frustrating. It's so wasteful. So wasteful.
I think what they've got to do also tomorrow, I think that they're not doing, is start smashing crosses along the ground. Not in the air, because I think if you try and cross balls into, when was the last time Antonio scored the headed goal? Not for a long time. All right, and when you're crossing balls in and you're only aiming for Antonio, I know Souček lurks about, but he hasn't been prolific this season. I want to start seeing some balls getting smashed across the box, because that just don't happen with us. We just seem to get the ball and it's like far post or middle, and that's it. It's just like one way. So get down them wings and get them crosses in and cutbacks as much as you can.
What does everyone? What their feelings on Dunk? Obviously, it looks like he's going to stay there till whenever, and he's been quite stable, isn't he, in the past few seasons as a good solid centre back, I think.
Sorry, after the ref got in the way, that's a free kick. Did you see that, Adam?
Yeah.
For the penalty?
No, Medley, yeah. Norwich were on the edge of the box. They've just laid it off, and he ran in the way for the Norwich player to shoot, and he just played on. He just got in his way. He didn't even, and then Newcastle got the ball and went off.
The Saudi check underneath the ref, maybe, you never know. Yeah. Actually, well, he sent the Newcastle guy off, didn't he? So, yeah, Dunk. Yeah. I think Leicester bid for him once, and he got quickly sort of said no. I think, and we're getting linked with Tarkowski, the Burnley guy.
7 million apparently is out of contract.
Yeah, I think we're going to go for the Liverpool one, guys.
Nat Phillips,
yeah, I think that's the one.
I think that's a great signing if we get him. He's 24 years, 24 years of age. What about you, Adam? What do you reckon of him?
He's a decent player. I mean, he's not getting any minutes this year, unfortunately. So, yeah, I mean, from what I saw last year, he looked all right, and he played very well. But both times when we played against him, that's really as far as I know really much about him. With Tarkowski, I don't want him. He didn't want to join us a year or two ago. What's the point in getting someone who doesn't want to be there 2 years ago? Now he's 2 years older. He's going to be the wrong side of 30 within a year or so as well.
I think he just loves it up north, from what I heard. There's
Well, no, it's Mrs. don't want to. He, I think it was at Brentford, wasn't he? And he had to move up north because his missus don't like it.
Oh, don't like the pies down here.
Yeah.
Adam, did you try anything in the City Ground, pies or burgers or anything?
Oh, don't
Mate,
get me started. Oh,
I forgot about it. Oh my god!
So
what was that?
right, so I've gone out on Saturday night, and I've got absolutely steamed. I've been out till 2 a.m. I've just got myself straight to the hotel. Up at
It looks
7.
like everyone was out.
I was so hungover going to the game. Right,
Christ.
the background there.
Oh, that's a Lambo or a Ferrari.
And then,
was it Del Boy?
Antonio just drove past.
The Del Boy.
It's been nicked. That's what it has been.
Rodney's falling out the back.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was like, I need a drink just to get over. And I said, "How are the dogs sorted?" So I thought, yeah, let's get a pint in the Grand, and it's coming like a coffee cup. It tastes so bad. It was.
Yeah, I had one as well.
Yeah, I don't know if the Amstel
was it? What was it?
It was Amstel, but it didn't look it. It looked like apple juice, or I don't know what it was. It was horrible. It was horrible. But the pie was all right. But that was probably the worst beer I've ever had. If I'm honest with you, that was awful.
No, I didn't eat there. But I had a drink. But yeah, where was you? Lower tier, Adam?
Yeah, I was lower tier. Yeah, my view was rubbish. The first
Well,
half, anyway, I was row E. I was near towards the home fans, where there was a little bit of trouble down the bottom.
Yeah. No,
what happened?
Yeah,
there was just a few idiots. I mean, City fans. Don't get me started on City fans. But I've lost a lot of respect for them really on the weekend.
Yeah, same as what Nicky said, isn't it? Same as what Nicky said.
It's short-sighted as far as I'm concerned. Like,
yeah,
it's just a bit embarrassing, really.
Yeah, no, they were singing. They only start literally. Their fans are embarrassing. They can't even fill the stadium.
The managers had to go in. Perhaps they're like too quiet, mate.
I think they said something along the lines of
turn up.
Was it you've seen the Champions League or fuck off or something like that? Or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, you've seen the champions now. Fuck off home.
Cockney's falling apart and all this rubbish. It's like,
hell,
and then we scored a minute later.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know.
And then they started singing like, "Are we United in disguise?" Well, we're fucking above United, you blooming twats.
Maybe too many pies, Greg. Whatever.
Strange bunch, really.
But no, the atmosphere is shocking in that stadium. Shocking. There's no atmosphere in that. To be fair,
it's not a ground I like going to. I don't like going to the ground because it's another one of those grounds as well where all the away fans are split. You've got 3 separate tiers.
Oh, right.
So you have.
So it goes up levels, doesn't it? It goes up like level 1, 2, 3. Yeah.
I wonder where Main Road used to be compared to that one. Their old ground. I wonder.
Not far, Jazz. It's about. I think it's over. It's about 2 mile away. I think it is. It's not mega miles away.
That was a huge Hillsborough type of ground they used to use for the odd semi-final now and again. I think.
But what it was, that was in Moss Side. That was, wasn't it? That's
one of the roughest there, isn't it?
Yeah, that's been one of the roughest parts of Manchester, Moss Side, and
up and down as well. I heard in the past, and that's where the BBC are, mates. A lot of London guys were told to go to the BBC in Salford. They go, "We ain't going up there, mate. We're leaving." Staying.
But no, the ground's pretty like decent, like like from that aspect. But yeah, the fans weren't all that. The weather played its part. I thought it was going to get abandoned. Me personally, I thought it was going to.
Well, they've got to think about the safety of you guys and the terrace.
It was a bit like an ice rink, wasn't it, Adam? When you got out, really, it was a bit slippery underfoot.
Yeah, coming out. Yeah, they stopped their buggy service, didn't they?
Yeah,
they have buggies for some of the fans, probably disabilities or whatever. They could.
How far's the station from the ground?
So there's an actual tram station at the Etihad campus. So it's literally right outside the ground, and it's only 5-10 minutes to Piccadilly. It's nice and easy.
There's a tram outside Old Trafford, I remember, nearby.
There's a Trafford bar, I think the stop is. But yeah, it's right now.
Oh yeah, the cricket ground, Old Trafford. Yeah,
you go past it. Yeah. I mean, I think the Manchester away days are quite good, but I prefer Old Trafford as an away day just because the fans are all in the corner and it's quite good there.
I think some of these cities, Adam, up north, they're a bit of a mishmash of, you got the new buildings, then you got old warehouse, then you got Victorian buildings, you got something else next to it. Then I think, because my son's applying for universities, and Manchester's a really good one. I think he's got one of them. He's got an open day in January. I think we'll have a look. But he is a bit of a mishmash. But I've had some nice nights out there. You know what I'm like. It's been nice, good, nice people.
We know about your nights out, Jez.
0-0. No, one of them was a United 0-0 Pio game. When Pio was out.
Don't bring it up. Don't bring it up.
We'll keep that confidential, Jez.
Yeah,
he was on London. He was on London tonight on Sunday morning.
Yeah, oh no,
was he?
Can you help us find this man? And there was a picture of you, Jez.
I will tell you. Yeah.
I will say one thing. I did see that food that you had the other night, Jez. That was very nice.
That
I was hungry.
Yeah, I mean, it's not posh. It's just a regular catch up with the lads, and it's one where you can bring your own bottle, which I don't agree with, because 3 litres of Bacardi went down that night amongst 6 of us. 3 litres, and you can imagine I couldn't even put the key in my door at 4 o'clock. My other mate, I heard he collapsed outside the door, because we're not bloody like college kids anymore, but we still go to that level. But the food's really good. Kebabs, mixed grills. I think we had a couple of dals, lamb, naans, all that kind of thing. But yeah, we've got to organise a channel get together in January. I think it makes sense. December's very busy for everyone. So in January we'll get all of us lads together. And if it's my choice, it'll be in Covent Garden, really well-renowned Indian restaurant. So hopefully that works, and we can get together and we'll have a good time, mate. Yeah, be good.
Yeah. Definitely. I didn't see this. So, Adam, did you? What was this about the phones? Can you tell me what they done? So
they do this, and they wave them around like that. Did you not see it?
Oh,
no.
Like at a concert.
Yeah, it's like being at Watford away with the Elton John stuff. It was horrendous. It was embarrassing. The bloke next to me was doing it, just taking the piss. It was funny. Oh, but yeah, I don't know. Considering the amount of tourists that are probably there as well, they still don't fit it. It's quite embarrassing.
How many gaps did you see in there? And then,
mate, tons.
Too many.
Wow, there is an issue then, isn't there? There is. Wow.
Yeah.
And it's not even expensive to go and see him.
Wow.
No, I know. As a guy I know, he's a Reading fan down my way. He's at uni in Sheffield, and there was a few weeks ago. He had a few nights that he was free, and just thought, you know what? Let's see if there's any Champions League tickets. He literally just brought one like 2 days before the game. Like, it's just that easy. Like, it wasn't even any dramas. General sale. It was just And I think they were advertising for students as well to try and get students to come, just to like discounted tickets.
Wow.
That does make you laugh, doesn't it? When you got a team like that with all their money and billions, really. And there's us who let's be honest, if we went to anywhere on this planet, we would fill it.
I'll call my knees, mate, if I had a team like that. Yeah. I'd bring it. Oh my God, that'd be a dream for us. We're not as we are. We're just
Well, just think, every single away game we've told our allocation, and we probably could have doubled that in each of the places we've gone. Like Watford went down to only 34 points on season ticket.
Oh my God! There's me in 6. Tottenham, Marzi, 6,000. That only doesn't even go anywhere near. I think 12, 13, even, or something like that.
I think it went down to 9 in the end.
9, 8 or
that's
9.
good.
So,
6,000 away. Wow, look at that, mate.
I'm not wearing my colours that day.
No. I wouldn't recommend it at Chelsea or Spurs. Even
Watford allocation was low though, wasn't it? It was only like 2,200 or so, wasn't it? Because there was quite a small ground. That's why it went really quick.
You going Burnley, Adam?
I'm not missing a game probably for the whole of the month. I'm pretty much going. I'm going to every game. Next 10, I think.
Yeah, the only one I couldn't get tickets for was Arsenal.
Yeah,
I'm not too fussed about that, to be honest.
Andy, did you get the programme City out of interest? What was the price?
Mate, I was that cold, I wanted to get in the ground. I didn't even look. It was that cold.
I think everyone was like that.
You always get the
Oh, no. It was £4 or 2 for £7.
What? Ours is £3.50 or £4.
Yeah.
That's odd, isn't it?
Yeah, no.
Well, how much is a pint, Adam? Do you remember? The cup of tea, whatever it was.
Don't remind Adam of that pint again, for God's sake.
Okay, I haven't even got over it yet. It was I don't know how much it was. It was £9 for a pint. So work it out. I don't know. It's probably about.
What I would do if I was
£5.
you on the train, I'd bloody have enough on the train and forget the ground, mate. Eat there, and that's it.
So would I, mate.
Yeah.
I'll be going to the local co-op and smashing out them whiskies, mate. 3 for a £5.
Adam, do you get some company on the trains, like a few fans, on the way up there? Or?
The thing is where I travel from.
Exactly,
It's not from London, so you don't see it like. Because a lot of them would be on the Euston train. Obviously, I've got my old man there, so I've always got that company.
Yeah, that's cool, mate.
Yeah,
get your cards out, sorted.
Yeah.
No. Well, do you remember in the old days the players used to go in the coaches, and you hear from Phil Parks, used to be a card school, very serious, putting money on and make sure John doesn't find out and all those type of things. It was funny. It was all changed, all private jets now, isn't it, and fly everywhere. But there you go, mate. There you go. Yeah.
No, definitely. But no, like I said, gents, final. Anyone want to add anything for tomorrow? What's everyone think?
For me personally, we've got to attack them from minute one and go 100 mile an hour, and not try and play Brighton at Brighton. Let's play West Ham's way, and we need the same performance as we did against Liverpool if we're going to get something out of this game. I think if we play like that, I do believe we will win the game. But I don't know. We're not known for starting very fast against them sort of lower teams.
Exactly.
We always come out like sluggish and like, what we do, we'll fill our way into the game instead of just attacking the game. And what we've got to do, we've got to attack the game tomorrow.
Yes! What a goal!
Well, it's just come up now.
Sorry.
You're like 2 seconds ahead of me. I've just seen.
Sorry, Adam.
Oh, I wanted to sign him for Football Fantasy. Pookie. Oh, my God.
I'm back, Newcastle.
I can't wait to wind up Tufty.
Oh, yeah. No,
I wouldn't mind him behind Antonio if we ain't got no one else.
He's about 33 now, isn't he?
31. Yeah, I wouldn't mind him. He runs around like.
I must admit, fair play to the Norwich fans who've got up there tonight. I mean,
that's a trek, innit?
It's a long way. Tuesday night.
They're not going to get back to I reckon, at least 4?
No, Andy, the thing is, tractors, they're slow as well. It takes time.
No, that's Ipswich. You can't say that, Chaz.
I know Ipswich, Jazz. My missus lives there.
Ipswich, I mean, what a great club. Bobby Robson, Alan Brazil.
Fucking hell, Jazz is on the rums. Here we fucking go. Meant to try and go.
I've got to admit, I will say one thing about Ipswich, because I'll get the train up to that way.
It's fucking quick, isn't it?
It's rapid, mate, honestly. From Ipswich to London, you can do London and Stratford is 40 minutes.
That's what Alan Brazil used to say, because we used to do friendlies in West Ham all the time, because they're like nearly not that far from us. Yeah.
And it was rapid. But I must admit, I will say one thing. Portman Road's very old traditional ground. Very, very...
have you ever been there, Adam? Have you ever been there?
Never been. When was the last time we'd have played them? It would have been in the Championship, wouldn't it?
Yeah, in the play.
And then the playoffs, have only been about 7.
Oh, sorry.
I'm going to see the chance now. Oh, go on. Oh.
No, sorry, Grant. No, I'm about 30 seconds. I'm spoiling it for everyone.
Go in there, mate. Newcastle back to the bottom, lads. They're about 6 adrift with Leeds to play yet.
What a volley that is, though,
man. That is a very good finish.
Oh, yeah. He's all right, little find from Finland. He's all right.
Depending how pissed me and Jazz get, we may do a reaction show tomorrow when we get home. Jazz will probably get in about 4. So it'll probably be about there.
Doing all kinds. I usually end up in a pub in what's the Waterloo near there, and my son's going to be 18. My youngest one 18 in 8 days. So first time he got pulled up on his age, like because I usually get something, and he came up to me, and it's fair enough. And it is what
mate,
it is,
mate. That's embarrassing. Sorry, Newcastle have been doing this all game.
What have they done now?
Time waste. Look. Yeah. Oh my God. Went down like he got shot.
Oh my God, I thought they scored. Okay, cool. I don't mind that. But tomorrow, hopefully it's
what time's your last train, by the way, Yaz?
See what started happening, Adam, is every evening game, and it's not all my fault. I know I hang around a lot and do other things, but something after about 10, 20, it seems to get difficult at Waterloo, and there's all other people there. First game, Leicester, I think someone died on the track somewhere, so that's a completely sort of valid point. A couple of other times, I don't know what's gone on, and twice I've caught actually cabs from Waterloo home. Black cab. I know they're all West Ham fans. We have a blast, but the bill, you don't want to even know what it was. That's the kind of thing. I mean, I usually go back to Windsor and Eton, or if I Staines once. But then even at Staines, as cab drivers are loving it. They're picking me up from Staines to Windsor. They're charging me a bomb to get there on the meter. I'll see the ones you get on sometimes, Newbury and all those stations as well.
Yeah, because the one I have to get to the last one, it's 11:30 out of Paddington. And then I've got to change at Reading. By the time I get back to my local, it's about just before 1 o'clock. So
you reckon after 11, mate? I reckon after 10:50, you'll be lucky something goes wrong and like no more, mate. And that's gone wrong or something's gone wrong. And I can go the other way through Paddington, but a bit lazy. I'd rather just stick on that one train. But all the kids are like, Dad, why don't you go through Paddington? It's much quicker. Like I think James, James came to near my man at Maidenhead, and he's still recovering. I think
100%, mate. I've got to admit, fair play to you,
James
mate.
has got jet lag through the trains, Adam.
I know, mate. Because it's about a 2-hour journey. Because I'm only in Dagenham, and I'm literally a stone throw away from Upton Park, and Stratford to me is 15 minutes on a train, like fast train straight to Stratford. So. Like to get 2 hours, then you got to go and watch a game of football, and then you're there, and then you got to do a 2-hour journey back. I must admit, lads, I'll take me out off to you, 100%.
Yeah. I think.
How far's Burnley from you, Adam? Still about the same.
5 hours probably. So 4.5, 5 hours.
Adam is more further out than me out west in Newbury. I mean, we're both in Berkshire, but he's completely even more. Yeah, even further away.
For Burnley,
if anything.
We're going up on the Saturday for Burnley. We're going to stay overnight.
If anything, Adam, you're not that well. You're quite near to Swindon, I would have thought. Bristol. Swindon,
it's only probably about. We could drive to Swindon probably about 45 minutes to an hour.
Oxford, ain't bad, is it?
Oxford, you could do Oxford in half an hour.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Wickham, and all them lot. Yeah, it's not bad.
I would say Oxford was a very good away trip to get to, but then we got battered 4-0.
Yeah. Did you go? Yeah. Oh my god, that was bad. That was really bad. Yeah.
The best away trips for us, with me and my dad, would say the London ones, obviously, but like everyone, and then Southampton's a very easy one as well. Bournemouth was always good. They're only.
What about Brighton, Adam? Yeah, Brighton.
It's not bad, but you're going a little bit east, aren't you? So.
What about Aldershot when they used to be in the league? Aldershot
is about an hour drive.
Oh. Yeah, it's not good. It's not good. Yeah,
it's all right. Well, I do love a bit of Aldershot. What's my shirt in the wash? Nah, my shirt's in the wash now. Got my Aldershot shirt somewhere.
I used to have the one where we kind of. I think we done them a favour. We drew both legs were at home. FA Cup. We got drawn away. We were at home. Drew. I think they had Mick Hucker in goal to keep you a goal. We beat them 6-0 in the replay, which is also Upton Park. I remember that time, back in those days.
Jez, look, Grant's 20 minutes from Oxford as well. I never knew Grant was from that way as well.
There is a lot of West Ham fans in Kent and Berkshire. My son went to Reading Uni and he goes, Dad, my God, there's a lot of West Ham at Reading.
Hey, Adam, look, she's asleep. She's asleep.
Where are you?
Delia Smith's asleep, Jazz, watching the game. She's actually asleep.
You know why? It's been a bit of mull wine, perhaps, at half time. And,
Bista,
Bista.
Actually, it's that time of the year the old videos come out of her, like the conservatory the size of a football pitch. And
when we do the away days, like we did the other day, so my dad sometimes, so like the Midlands games and the Northern ones, my dad would sometimes drive to like Banbury, Bicester, Leamington, them sort of spaces, then take the train from there just to break it down a bit. So, we went to
Leamington's bar is really nice. Yeah,
I've done away days on the train like once or twice, and I just can't hack it. I really can't. Like, especially with Dom with his travel curse, he gets like train's delayed or whatever, and I just don't want to be on the same train or anything with him. I reckon it was his fault because we had to go by Sheffield to come home. Adam.
Yeah, even Marshy, I think even for one
yeah,
of the trips abroad, they're lucky they hitched a ride from a fan. They're very lucky got home in one piece, them two. Yeah.
Grant, that's a bit harsh. Is she having a stroke?
Me and Andy are quite lucky then, Andy, isn't it? Really, being quite local.
Well, I've got the choice, really, mate. I can get 2 buses. I can go to Elm Park and get the District Line. I can go to Romford and go to Stratford. If I wanted to, I can even get a cab to Newbury Park and get the Central Line in. If I wanted to.
Yeah.
One bus could take me all the way to Stratford. How about that? 86 I think it is.
I think Reading, Watford, Wickham, and Brentford are very close to me. Those 4, yeah, they're not too bad.
Yeah,
it's true.
Watford's not bad.
It's true. No.
Cheers, Andy. Oh, he's
Happy's in the bit. Happy Hammerhead is in the building. I hope you're well. But no, we might as well just talk for the last 5 minutes of this game, just to keep everyone else entertained. I think we're keeping everyone else
from
up.
the preview to the Soccer Saturday. You know what I mean? Just do both.
We always talk about food. What's everyone had for dinner?
I want that Indian. I want that Indian food that Jazz was having. Yeah, I must admit that was nice. I love the colours in it and all.
Yeah, the wife made was it minced lamb at the weekend with the cottage cheese, the Indian paneer style, with the butter chicken sauce on it. She made that.
Oh,
got rice with it, I think.
Jazz.
Naans on the side. Yeah.
What did you have for dinner tonight, Jazz?
I haven't had anything yet, so let me see.
Christ, Jazz! 20 past 9 and you're not eating dinner. I'd be proper hangry then. I wouldn't be on this show.
I think I had a late lunch, if I'm right.
What did you have?
Jazz is on the liquid diet with them bloody drinks, isn't he?
I need one.
Yeah, nothing too fancy. There's a steak pie in the oven. Just a quick one after work.
Bit of pucker pie, lad. Pucker pie.
Pie Minister, I think it was.
I know about them. Yeah, now we've got to try one.
I had do you know the Chinese thing, what you can warm up and you get all the party stuff. So I had some vegetable spring rolls and some other stuff like that, and a bit of curry and noodles and rice. So yeah, it was nice. Can't beat a Chinese. James, what you had?
I've had nothing yet, but I'll probably go down and have a look and see what bread and water I got. You know what I mean? See what I can see if I can find any ice cubes to have. You know what I mean?
Listen, there's always a tin of baked beans in the cupboard in the toast, mate. Yeah, worst comes to worst, mate.
It'll be a late night toast and
beans on toast.
Thinking of all these.
Do you know what I could eat? I love cheese on toast on proper thick bread. With a load of pepper or cheese and onion toast. Cheese and onion.
Yeah, it's nice. Yeah. Some people like a bit of Worcester sauce on the cheese toast and all that. Yeah, nice. Yeah. Very good.
There'll be a minimum of 6 minutes. 6 minutes added on.
Tuna cheese melt. I'm up for one of those if I'm out and about. I don't mind most things. Yeah, works. All right.
So, do you think Newcastle will get relegated?
Oh, mate, 100%. They're gone. Yeah. Even if they won tonight, I thought they'll be gone. They've got no chance.
They'll be 9-10 adrift soon. Yeah.
Adam, keep us updated, mate. If anything happens, I'm just checking there. I think their fixtures. I think they've got 4 of the top 6 coming up as well.
Yeah, got some hard games.
Sure.
I'm going to shoot off, lads. Take care. I need to eat.
You going?
Yeah, I'm going. Thanks for coming on, James.
All right, then, Jeff.
Yeah.
No worries, mate.
Take care, Andy. Catch up with you, mate.
All right, then, mate.
See you tomorrow, mate.
Yeah, take care.
Right, I'm just going to confirm their fixtures, and then we'll might as well finish this till the end. If not,
I'll send you boys messages, and hopefully we'll link up at some point tomorrow.
Yeah. So they've got Burnley at home on Saturday, then Leicester away, Liverpool away, Man City at home, Man United at home, Everton away, and Southampton away.
I think
they need to beat Burnley. They have to beat Burnley. They have to beat Burnley. If they don't beat Burnley, where's the next points going to come from?
I think what they're doing is they're trying to wait till January This is the argument that I've had with Tufty on numerous occasions. I've said, listen, you're trying to literally get to January and then you're going to strengthen. And you don't know whether these players are going to come in and do the job anyway. So I think they're massively in trouble. Massive.
But the problem is they've got a limit. They can't just go out and buy everyone in the Championship either, can they? The Championship, the Football League's more fierce than the Premier League, isn't it, on fair play, isn't it?
Yeah, it's what it is. The fair play money side of it has eased a little bit, but who's going to go there? That's the question. Like, it's not so much buying these players; is who's going to take a risk and hope they stay up. I don't think anyone would. Really?
Go.
Excuse me.
No. How have they missed? Sorry, Joe.
It's funny because every time
you've got to talk us through who missed the chance.
I don't know who his name was, Jeff, but he went through and he should have squared it to Pokey.
That was terrible defending, though, wasn't
it? Yeah. What's his name?
Is it that Lees Malou or where his name is?
Lees Malou.
Yeah.
No. He's back again.
The only thing I would say is with Newcastle, where I feel like they could get out of it, there could be 3 worse teams than them, believe it or not. Because there's actually not many points separating them from obviously getting out of it.
Do you think Burnley will stay up?
I think Burnley will.
I don't know.
Burnley. I think if anyone, I think anyone out of all of them, I think Leeds are the one that I look at and think they're massively in trouble. I think they're that amount of injuries they got.
Bamford's the one in it. I never realised how key Bamford is for them.
And if they don't, you can't keep playing that rock and roll football and expect to get results. You know what I mean? Like, so I think Leeds could be in trouble and all.
Yeah, I reckon Watford. I think Norwich might stay up, you know. I think Watford, Newcastle, and I think Southampton might go down, you know.
I think it's a toss of a coin between Watford and Norwich. Switch whether's right.
Dean Smith is a great appointment. They've done that very well, getting Dean Smith in.
Yeah. Honestly, I think it's a toss of a coin. I don't know. I just think Leeds. I watched Leeds the other day against Brighton. Brighton completely dominated the game and didn't score. I watched them against Spurs, and let's be honest, we all know Spurs are shite, but even when they went 1-0 up, they managed to lose the game. So I just think Leeds will go, mate. And I think it's a toss-up between all the rest. I think Newcastle will go and all. So you got, out of the rest of them, who else you got in there? Burnley, Southampton.
No one's actually talking about Everton at the moment. I think they're awful.
Yeah.
I know they've got injuries to like Calvert-Lewin and that, but they've dropped big time, haven't they?
They have, mate. And the thing is with Everton is that when you've got Rafa Benitez in there, that's not going down well either.
No. Yeah, still 1-1. There's about a minute to go. Norwich have got a free kick. Gilmore's over it about 40 yards out. It's going to be, and it's still 1-1, Mr. Cox. And Bielsa could be the next manager sacked. Yeah, I agree.
I don't think they would sack Bielsa. I think But let me ask you this, Andy. Right? How would you have felt last year if you would have done a watch along when Lanzini scored that goal and the?
I think I would have done Athens, but I think I would have took my pants off as well.
We've been running around like nothing. I must admit, when I look back at it now, if there was anything like that ever happened, I watch along for Lanzini's goal against Spurs. To
be honest, I was never a fan of them, and then Jazz convinced me to do it, and we done the one when we done Man United. So I think we've done 3 now. So we've done that one. And the 2 and Europe and all three Europe games. And I've really enjoyed it, to be honest.
Yeah, they are good. I must admit.
But I can only watch them when they're on live telly. I can't do a stream where I'm behind or anyone could spoil it. It has to be live. Do you know what I mean? That's the only thing.
Yeah, I know what you mean. It's someone comes in and says it's been a goal, and you're like,
Full time, 1-1.
Terrible result, really, for both of them, isn't it? In hindsight.
That's something I can see.
If you're a
Norwich are
Norwich,
above them.
yeah. If you're a Norwich fan looking at that game, though, you're playing against 10 men for what, 80 minutes, and you still can't win. That's 2 points dropped.
Norwich are 3 points behind.
I called it the other day on my channel. I turned around and said I fancy the draw in that game. I just think both of them are poor, and I think Norwich will. What I turned around and said on E20, I turned around and said basically Norwich will go up there and set up to try and nick a point, and that's what they've done. Really, they haven't nicked a point, I wouldn't say, but they deserve a point at least. Do you know what I mean? For the amount of chance
they look the more likely of winning it. Put it that way.
Yeah, I must admit.
Definitely. Right, so that's finished 1-1. Gent, thanks for that. It's gone on a bit longer than what we expected because we got distracted with that. James, we'll give you a thing on E20. I'll probably, like I said, I'll be on there either for player ratings for tomorrow or Chelsea.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. But if anyone is new around here, go and give James's channel a E20 Tone TV. It will go a long way if you don't mind, people. That would be great. And Adam is just Adam. He does fan cams on West Ham Fan TV, and he's also on Twitter.
Pretty much.
Yeah. No, and
nothing to really continue from that one, really.
Yeah. No. Exactly. But no, like I said, Adam, I'll see you tomorrow, definitely.
Yeah.
James, I'll probably speak to you later as well, and we'll be back. Thanks to everyone in the chat. Really does mean a lot. If you are new around here, remember to click the like button and the subscribe. We're growing at dramatic pace. And let me just do another subscribe update before we go. We are currently sitting on 625 subscribers.
Well done, mate.
We're getting closer to that 1K already. We're getting 65%. But yeah, like you said, we'll be back. We're not doing a show tomorrow, I don't think. No, we'll be doing a post-match discussion on Thursday. And we've also got Luke from the Three Hammers coming on to do his Reunited 5. So yeah, good day for that. And then Friday, we'll probably be doing the... Friday or early Saturday morning, we're doing a preview for the Chelsea game. And yeah, busy times. But yeah, thanks for everyone in the chat. James, Adam, means a lot. And take care, everyone. And I'll speak to you soon. See you later.
Take care,
Cheers, guys.
Bye.